matchup we have been waiting for. Two elite wide receivers. They bring a great skill set and swagger, hoping to use this showcase to show they are the top receiver in the country. Welcome to the Old Horseshoe in the banks of the Olentangy, the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on a playoff team from last year, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports, I'm Chris Fowler, joined in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get this thing going. The Nittany Lions will kick this away to start us off. Fielded in the end zone. It's ETN. They stop it at the 11. Not good field position to start the drive. Adjusting now to the defense. On first down, it's play action. And that catch is hauled in. They bring him down, but a solid gain there on first down. Looks to be just inches short of the marker. Kirk, both sides told us they knew this was going to be a challenge. The biggest test they've had so far this season. Good to see this matchup get off to a good start. Bodes well.
Chris, I'm just excited to see how this game's going to unfold. Both of these teams are going to be so fired up throughout the entire game. I think it's going to be a true test of wills between two teams that have performed as their best.
He'll take a deep shot here. They try a downfield shot. That's a good effort there. But now it's third down.
Chris, they don't hit this pass, but I love the approach here as a play caller, taking a shot and being aggressive, getting that ball downfield, stretching that defense. Try to keep those safeties back. It can open up other aspects of your offense.
Caught behind the line. It's Burden. There's the tackle, but first down yardage.
That's exactly what you want to see here from this offense. A big third down conversion. Offensive line did their job, giving a quarterback enough time. Great read, good execution, throws the ball accurately. And now you got some momentum going here on this opening drive.
The Buckeyes with first and 10 here. He hands it off from the gun. Has the first down and more. Tackle made after a big gain. Buckeyes come up to the line in a hurry-up.
Boy, is this tough to deal with for this defense. Not only do you give up a big gain, but look at this. They're already at the line of scrimmage, about to snap the ball again.
Throw to the running back in the flat. There's a loss after the completion. That's a good play by the defense.
You know, he had nobody open downfield because of great coverage there by this defense. But what I love to see is how they run to the ball. He checks it down, and this guy's got nowhere to go. It's a big loss.
Here's the second down play. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Comes up with the catch. Defense makes the stop very close to a first down. Big moment on the opening drive. They face third down. And they pick up the first on the ground. That's enough for a first down. This offense set up in scoring position at the 40. No huddle now for the offense.
Boy, an opportunity missed here by this defense. They get them to third down. They load up the line of scrimmage, but they could not deny this back of coming up with that conversion.
Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Oh, they trap him for a sack.
It just looked like the quarterback was holding on to the ball a bit too long that time, allowed the defense to be able to get the pressure, and they come up with the first sack of the game.
So here comes third and long, trying to overcome that sack. This is going to be really difficult. Looking to throw it on third and very long. On the move now. Finds that big tight end for a short pass.
And the defense plays it pretty well. Force the quarterback to make the throw in front of you as a defense. Then you square up and make the tackle. Force them to do something special after the catch. That tactic works here. Now we've got a fourth down.
And on fourth down, the punter sends it away. And here's the fair catch by the return man. It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Grab behind the line, it's Salter. They'll actually lose yardage after the catch. The defense all over in that time.
Man, the defense was all over that play. Just left him almost no room to work after catching the ball.
Look to throw it here on second down. Caught over the middle. It's Salter. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
So the offense with the 1st and 10 now. The football placed exactly at midfield. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down.
It's a really good, solid run. I know it's not the flashiest big play, but it's important for your offense to be able to get yards like that on early downs. You stay ahead of the chains, and it opens up the playbook for the 2nd and 3rd down coming up.
They bring him down, but not before he gains first down yardage.
Boy, it's so easy to get caught up on the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense.
Play action here on first down. And it's caught. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. Wow, that is an impressive start, Kirk. In an emotional game like this, to be so efficient, to click like that early is impressive.
Well, it's very impressive and a great way to start for this team because all the build-up and all the hype, now you can just settle in and play your game.
Point after, up and good. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. First play of the drive now from the 25. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. And here comes a deep shot. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. Now he's bringing it back. And that's a solid return after the interception.
Boy, Chris, he hesitated just enough to give the defense a chance to get in position and come up with a big turnover.
And the Nittany Lions offense retakes the field. They reached the end zone the last time out, trying to do the same thing here. A quick throw out left, complete. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion. The Nittany Lions hustle to the line to crank up the tempo. Defense trying to jam these receivers at the line. They make the tackle, but the game moves the ball to the 28.
Boy, great job up front here getting this first down by this Penn State offense. And great combination over the years that we've seen in State College. The ability to run the football with an offensive line that can get that push and a big physical back that can be able to pick up those yards, get those first downs.
Grab behind the line. It's Stewart. He's brought down after a short gain that's not going to be first down yardage. And Kirk, it's Penn State on top as we break for the quarter. And at the end of the first quarter, let's check out the stats so far. Plenty of time for some plot twists here as we begin the second quarter. Here we go, first play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. A play action, looking to throw. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. And the runner steps out of bounds, but does have enough yardage to pick up the first down.
You know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? Their own defense. Man, when I played, I used to have defensive guys come down and tell me when we'd have a long drive how much it would allow them to rest and go out and play dominant football.
The stop made at the 5. The offense will have first and goal now.
Man, Chris, everything seems to be clicking for this offense. And if they can keep this up through all 4 quarters, it could get really ugly by the 4th.
And the Nittany Lions hoping to punch it in here. They have first and goal. The offense will take their first time out of the half to talk strategy here.
Timeout, Penn State.
The offense knocking on the door here with a first and goal. Looking to throw again. On the run here, lets it go. And he drops it. Can you believe it?
Just a misfire here by the quarterback. These are tight windows, man. They open and close so quickly, you got to almost anticipate where you're going to put the ball.
No gain makes it second down and goal from the 5. Caught in the backfield. It's Stewart. Touchdown, Penn State. Strong game by this quarterback. So the offense clicking now, Kirk, building the lead, and this one could get out of hand.
Well, it's just complete domination. The offense is executing and doing their job, putting points on the board. The defense has shown up, prepared, ready to play. It just feels like this game's getting sideways in a hurry.
Bringing it out, it's ETN. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half. Let's see how this quarterback responds. Remember, an interception on the very first play of the last possession. Here comes the offense, hoping to get a drive going. And looking to throw now on first down. Caught quickly. Gets some space around the 30. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain.
You know, each receiver brings something a little bit different to the table, Chris. To me, the outside receivers usually are a little bit longer, taller guys. You get those slot receivers in the inside, not only can they make the catch, but they have quickness to make plays after the catch. Great example of that right here.
The Buckeyes will crank up the tempo. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Fires it to the wideout. He's got it with room to run. Breaking free at the 35. And he runs out of bounds. That's a big gainer there.
Boy, what a big-time play here by this wide receiver. You know, sometimes, Chris, I wonder if Woody Hayes would be enjoying this modern passing attack from his Buckeyes. And I like to think that winning would outweigh any concerns he may have about that ball being in the air so often.
About time this offense gets going. It's a 1st and 10. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Turns it loose downfield. Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. A big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. The Buckeyes lining up here on 1st and 10. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Off the play fake on 1st down. Moves out of the pocket. Finally stop him, but that gain is good for a 1st and goal.
Boy, this guy can do it all. We know what he can do with his arm, but when things aren't there, does a good job of pulling it down, knowing where the 1st down marker is, picking up the 1st down.
And he could not be stopped. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
Chris, that's what I love about this quarterback. It's a great touchdown, but he shows you his versatility. We know he can throw it, but here he shows you his speed and how he can make the defense pay for that as well.
And they'll set up for the PAT. To make the extra point, cut the lead to 14-7. Momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. So no return on this one. Ball just bounces into the end zone for a touchback. State offense is back out on the field. Great possession last time. They punch it into the end zone. Can the defense come up with a stop this time? It's a quick grab. Oh, and he heads out of bounds after a really nice gain there. Tackle is made, but the junior quarterback shows off his arm strength that time.
Anytime you have a chance to get this wide receiver isolated, to get the ball in his hands, you do it.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Caught near the sideline, but just a short game. Well, Cook, you played in rivalry games. No shortage of inspiration, but how do you manage the emotion of it all?
Well, I think you need great leadership from the team. Sometimes teams don't handle the emotions of it, and the game can get sideways on you. The teams that play the best in rivalry games are the teams that have the best leaders to keep them focused on the task at hand.
They finally make the stop right near midfield. It'll be 1st down.
Offense does a really nice job of timing up this screen pass, using the defense's aggression against them here, and the back's able to navigate his way for a 1st down.
Looking to throw it again. He bought some time, now lets it go. Oh, and it's incomplete. It was right in his hands, and he dropped it.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away, but the bottom line is that's a pass you gotta have to come up with and make a catch.
He's back to throw again on 2nd and 10. Dumps it down to the back. And they bring him down, but not before he reaches the 38. 1st down from there. It's the 2-minute timeout. Nice to have a close game here as we approach the half. Completion good for 1st down yardage for this offense. Looking for a receiver. Lets it fly to the wideout. Makes the catch downfield. They make the tackle, but that play moves it inside the red zone.
This offense has become a first down machine, and that's so demoralizing for a defense, especially for those star players who don't sub out as much. But the fourth quarter really starts to wear you out.
Looking to throw it from the red zone. Tight end makes the grab. Brought down after a 7-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 3.
That's a good job here staying ahead of the chains. Good pickup here on first down. The quarterback hits the safety valve that time. The big tight end. That'll bring up a second and manageable here for this offense.
Thrown quickly, caught in the right flat. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. That's how you finish a play. Well, the call was sort of predictable, Kirk, but that tight end is just so tough to stop down here in the red zone.
Listen, speaking on behalf of all quarterbacks, you get down into the red zone, you're looking for that big target that you can trust. He's going to run a good route, and he's got a big wingspan to allow you to make a throw up into the air. He can go up and make a catch over most defenders. Really good execution. They come up with 6.
So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Fielded in the end zone. It's ETN. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. And for the first play of the drive, they'll set up at the 16. He'll hand it off. Tackle made after a solid game. Will spot the ball at the 31. Buckeyes will hustle to the line here to run the hurry-up. On first down, it's play action. He escapes the pocket. Look out, room to run here. He's past the marker, still on his feet. He'll head out of bounds after a solid gain on that run.
Man, it is fun to watch this guy get out in the open field. I didn't realize he could run like this. That's a big gain for this offense. Back-to-back
Chunk plays to begin the drive. The defense on their heels. First down, looking to throw the football. Looking to scramble. And it's incomplete on the throwaway. Didn't find anybody open. Brings up a 2nd down now.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
Offense lines up for a 2nd down play off the incompletion. From the shotgun, drops back. Fires it to the wideout. Catch made down the left side, an explosive play. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Well, this is a beautiful play when the timing is right, as we see right here. The receiver's got to do a good job of working his way back to the football as the quarterback is throwing it. The timing here is impeccable.
Caught by the back behind the line of scrimmage. Defense drops him for a loss. Tougher 2nd down on the way.
This is not how you draw it up as an offensive coordinator. You got a first down play, and you go backwards. Now you're behind the sticks, and that play just never seemed to have much of a chance at all.
The offense goes 5 wide, empty backfield. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. The pocket breaking down. Swarmed by the pass rush, a sack.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
So here comes 3rd and long. Giving up that sack has made this a real challenge for the offense. Ball handed off. Defense able to stop it. It's 4th down now. The Buckeyes will look to convert here on 4th down. Needs a completion here on 4th down. Finds his receiver. That's enough for the first down. That's a big hit at the end, but they need a fresh set of downs. 4th down conversion gives from a fresh set of downs, but time is running out. They get to the line quickly. Defense is coming after him. That's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure.
Well, everybody talks about sacks, and they're very important. But sometimes just the rush, the pressure, affecting the quarterback is just as effective. He didn't have a clean throwing lane, and they forced the incompletion.
Catch made on the right side. Brought down at the 3 after the completion. The offense really threatening now. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. Running out of time in the pocket. Just gets the pass away, but took a shot that time.
I think that's a smart play. Goal to go is tricky when you're trying to throw it in there, and if it's not there, throw it away and live for the next down.
Looks like the final play of the half coming up.
Ready.
Second down, we're going to throw it. Looking for 6. He makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. Well, they slowed the game down with a long, grinding drive to produce a touchdown. That was impressive.
What's impressive to me is the consistency. You know, it's one thing to hit a receiver and you score a big touchdown, but to be able to go and sustain drives and keep the sticks moving, that puts a lot on the quarterback and the execution of the offense. And man, did they make that look easy.
And the kickoff will bounce right through the end zone for a touchback. Time running down, just one play left here in the half. They're going to run it here. And that running play goes nowhere, and that'll send us to halftime. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The Buckeyes will kick this away to start the second half. And that kick will just bound into the end zone for a touchback. And the Penn State offense comes back on the field. Passing game's been on fire. Let's see if the defense has made some changes to begin to slow it down. He gains 9, so it's 2nd and 1.
Setting the tone early with good runs like this can really wear defense down and keep the defense guessing. That's why some of the best coaches of all time have primarily done it with great run games.
Looks right for a quick completion. Will not be brought down. Here he goes. Forced out of bounds after a big game. This offense set up with a first down.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
This offense showing their explosive ability. One huge play, and they're set up in the red zone. First down, looking to throw the ball. He makes the grab. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Penn State. And momentum really building. Now, Kirk, this one could get out of hand here in a hurry.
And that's the last thing you want to do in a rivalry game. Not just lose the game, but get embarrassed. I mean, you got to fight for 60 minutes.
Kicking team on now for the extra point. And the PAT makes it a 15-point lead.
That makes the score. Penn State 28, Ohio State 13.
Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown.
This one over.
Bringing it out. It's ETN. Brought down to the 32, so good job by the returner there. And the Ohio State offense comes back onto the field. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Looks toward the sideline, finds the running back. He's going to lose yardage here. The defense pursues and forces him out of bounds.
Second down coming up.
Offense getting set. It's second down. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Looking to pass here on second down. The receiver makes the catch. Gets into space at the 50. Breaks into the clear. Finally brought down at the 8-yard line. A huge play, and suddenly they're in great scoring position. That's a nice pickup there. They find some space in the zone and pick up the first down.
Yeah, really nice call here, Chris, to be able to pick up this first down on this drag route. The quarterback does a nice job of being patient, waiting for that window to open up in that zone, and he put it right on the money for the receiver to have a chance to not just catch it, but eventually get the first.
Buckeyes trying to punch it in. It's first and goal. Caught behind the line. It's Burden. Zero running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
You know, what separates good defenses from great defenses is you're going to give up some catches. But what do you do after the offense makes the reception? Are you giving up much space? Are you giving up yards after the catch? Here, just a really good job by this defense. Yeah, they gave up a reception, but right there to make a nice tackle for a loss.
No gain makes it second and goal from the 9. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag. Doesn't get it. Brings up third down.
Risky throw here on second down. You know, small spaces down here can be an issue for any quarterback. Very interested to see what they call here on third down coming up.
Great job by the defense so far. It's third and goal from a long way out. Now someone moved this a bit too early. That'll cost him 5 yards. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. On third and goal, they've got to cut into this big lead. Probably 4-down territory. Out of the gun now on third down. Bringing pressure. And now the defense able to bring him down.
Boy, Chris, you talk about rallying to the football by a defense. We all know how fast his quarterback is, and even with all of his options covered up, they're able to rally and bring him down once he pulled it down to try to take it in himself. What a great job by the defense to set up now a fourth and goal.
The pass rush closing in. And it's incomplete under heavy pressure. A big fourth down stop.
I really thought that this was going to work out, showing an aggressive approach here, going for it on fourth down. Looked to be there. They just weren't able to complete it.
Handoff here from the shotgun. That one moves the ball to the 16.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
They look to throw it here on second down. Pressure is coming. He cannot escape. It's a sack. They finally come up with their first sack in the game. Do it by blitzing the DB.
Love to see the secondary get involved. I know it's a bit of a risk. You play some man coverage behind it, but you can see how dangerous it can be when you decide to bring these defensive backs because of their speed and how quickly they can get to the quarterback.
Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Incomplete. As good as he threw the ball, that's a big third down defensive play.
Well, this quarterback's having one of those games you just dreamed about. A lot of yards and a lot of touchdown passes. And in fact, he had open receivers again for another big play. The defense finally got pressure on him, or I think it would have been potentially another touchdown.
Coverage team brings down the returner. Comes the first play of the drive now from the 44.
well-designed play here by this offense to find a way to get the ball to the gifted tight end. He's got the size, he's got the speed, he's a difficult matchup, and here he shows he's got the speed to take it all the way into the end zone for that touchdown.
Here's the point after attempt. PAT is good. They still trail, though. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Trying to make a play from deep in his end zone. Tackled at the 23, brought it out, tried to make a play, but good coverage that time. And they'll start the drive here from the 23-yard line. Press coverage now from the secondary. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. They stopped the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
Important second down play coming up. Defense showing blitz here. Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. The pass is caught. The Nittany Lions are on the move here.
Good job here, the quarterback. His primary receiver did not look open. Instead of forcing the ball, he finds the running back as a check down and picks up a 1st down.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. 1st down. Grab behind the line. It's Stewart. They bring him down at the 45 and a solid gain to keep this drive going. That'll put him over 150 yards today, Kirk. He is putting on a show on this big stage.
How great is this? On this stage, as you mentioned, Chris, just playing his best game. He's been in sync with his receivers. Back there has time to throw. Just having a dream performance.
Receiver looks it in. It's complete.
Well, it's a game of matchups. Always has been and it always will be, especially on the perimeter. And the quarterback believes his guy is better than their guy.
2nd down play coming up. And as we take a break, take a quick look at how the national rankings stack up in the chase for those playoff positions. 1 quarter to go. Let's see if this sets up as a classic finish.
20.
Offense getting set for a 2nd down here to begin the quarter. Looking to throw yet again. Pass incomplete under heavy pressure. Just got it away.
Chris, we're all guilty of this. We all look at the big plays, the quarterbacks, the offense, how many points, how many yards. Sometimes we overlook the most important aspect of the game, the offensive line. You've got to do a good job consistently protecting the quarterback, and all comes down to the offensive line. And here, they hurry the quarterback, and they blow up.
He's in the clear. Crosses the 10, and he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. That's another strike from this quarterback, Kirk. He is having himself a day.
This guy's just having one of those days you dream about against this secondary. But let's also give credit to the wide receivers doing a nice job of getting open, and the big fellas up front for giving him enough time to throw.
An extra point makes the lead 15 here in the final quarter. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away.
Penn State, 35. Ohio State, 20.
He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. This offense scorched the defense with a lightning strike, a one-play touchdown in the last possession. Let's see if they can duplicate that magic here.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble.
Here he goes. At the 30 now. And he finally goes out of bounds after a huge gain on the ground. Nice play.
You just don't see very many inside runs open up like that. Usually those are kind of your bread and butter plays where you're looking to get 4 to 6 yards. But hey, it doesn't hurt when you can bust out a big one through the A-gap.
Looking to throw it on first down. Lets it go quickly. Makes the grab with plenty of room to run. They bring him down short of the end zone, but this will set up a first and goal. Keep it on the ground, trying to power in for the touchdown. And he muscles into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. See if they can convert the point after.
Chris, I know the back's going to get a lot of attention for this touchdown, but I was focused on the offensive line. You had 5 guys working as one. Great communication, able to get up to that second level and open things up nicely to allow the back into the end zone.
And the kickoff goes out the back of the end zone, so a touchback. And the Nittany Lions offense retakes the field. This game just got tighter. The temptation might be to sit on this lead, but we'll see how aggressive they get. Slides down to avoid the tackle.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but man, make the play, bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Secondary up now, trying to jam these receivers. Grinding away on the ground. Enough for a first down at the 37. And a player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. First down here for this offense. Ball handed off. And he's brought down out at the 46.
Now, I like the run play here, and offensively at this point in the game, you want to remain in that attack mode first, while also staying in bounds and working that clock.
Now it's second down here. Quarterback keeps it on the option. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down.
Man, we know this guy can spin it, but you can't forget about his wheels, too. That's another first down for this offense, and they are feeling it.
The Nittany Lions pick up enough yardage to get a first down. Now they'll switch it up, looking to throw the ball here. Quick throw, complete to the tight end. Defense surrounds him, just a short gain on that completion.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or 2 guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody and allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
Looking for the wideout. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up third down. Offense moving to a bunch formation. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Caught over the middle. It's Salter. That's good for first down yardage now at the 26.
Boy, I love the call here by the offensive coordinator. Has the lead in the fourth quarter. It's third down. Instead of running, you throw it. Take a chance of a potential incompletion, but instead you trust your quarterback. Completion, first down, fresh set of downs, and you continue to work that clock.
So the clock stops as we head into the final 2 minutes of play here. This defense needing to step up and make a play now. And the Nittany Lions line up on 1st and 10 now. Takes the handoff, and he'll head left. First down, looking for more now. They bring them down, but that play will set up a 1st and goal now at the 10. Well, they move the chains on a clutch drive, and that should be good enough. This was a pressure game. They step up and answer it here and secure a big victory in the middle of the season.
Chris, weeks ago, maybe even all the way back to week 1, we circled this game and knew that we had a chance for a major matchup this week. It lived up to that billing. We find out who the better team is.
Touchdown, Penn State. Add 6 more points to the total.
Well, that's why you practice right there, Chris. This offense had the pressure, the game on their back. They deliver, they get a touchdown, and now make this a 2-possession game with under 2 to go. Like their odds of closing this game out.
An extra point makes the lead 15 here in the final quarter.
That makes the score Penn State 42, Ohio State 27.
Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown.
This one away.
So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. First play of the drive now from the 25. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Looking for a late deep shot. Caught inside the red zone and still running. He takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
Chris, they're not quite out of this game just yet. With under 2 minutes to go, they're down by 9. I'd kick the extra point here, make it a 1-possession game, and then try to recover that onside kick, and you got a real shot.
And they're able to tack on the extra point. Oh, what a mistake. A 15-yard gift to the offense when you're trying to protect the lead here late in the game. I believe they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. On the hands team does their job and secures the recovery. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Time winding down. This offense comes to the line trying to bleed out the clock. Leaning on the run game here. The senior able to make the stop after a short gain. Now a timeout taken by the defense trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Offense comes up trying to grind down the clock and secure the W. Again, thrown out of the RPO, and it's complete. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
Time winding down. This offense comes to the line trying to bleed out the clock. On third down, he drops to throw. On the move now. Escapes the pocket. That play will move the sticks. Set him up first down at the 42.
Another great decision by the quarterback here. Good job of keeping this drive alive, keeping the clock moving. Late in the game, these are the plays that win football games, and that was a big one.
And now a timeout taken by the defense trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. So this one is tucked away. Time for victory formation. And the quarterback just kneels down. Well, it's been a great season. Big things still possible, Kirk, but for the first time, they run into a hurdle they can't clear. Now, how will they respond to this first loss?
And I think that's the big question. One loss isn't going to eliminate these guys from the playoff, but all they can do and focus on now is resetting, regrouping, and maybe use this loss as fuel down the stretch.
And that's going to wrap it up. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.